This NFC Division Picks edition of the Sports Gambling Podcast is brought to you by Shady Rays. SGPN is teaming up with Shady Rays for Shady May. Get 50% off your Shady Rays using promo code SGPN, and then go to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/shady for your chance to win $500.
Hey everybody, Joe Theismann here. You're listening to SGPN. So do this, let it ride.
He's one of those guys who will get penetration.
Woo! Welcome everyone to the Sports Gambling Podcast. I'm Sean, stacking the money green with my partner in picks, Ryan, Real Money Kramer. What's happening, Kramer?
Dog.
Oh, I mean, again, I'm just going to repeat myself from the AFC episode, but football is king.
Football is king. We just rocked out or yesterday's episode, AFC divisional odds, in the same way that we did our way too early win totals. We're doing our way too early divisional bets. Just getting a little taste here, walking through the odds, seeing where the where some values are, teams we want to fade, teams we want to ride.
It is. Be careful though. I've been saying this to Sean a lot. I do feel like I'm shopping hungry. Just hungry for football. Just hungry
for the National Football League. Ryan, in the AFC episode, you brought up teams' record against the spread. Do you have that?
Oh yes, I do.
For the NFC,
of course. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay. Who was the? Or should I take a guess?
I want you to guess. So, I mean,
I'm going to say Seattle Seahawks.
Seattle was not. Where is Seattle?
Because they were definitely surprising. A lot of people thought they would be horrible.
Oh, 7-11 against the spread.
Really? Okay.
I feel like they went. I feel like they were on a heater at one point, but again, like true performance, right? Your measurement against the spread.
Detroit Lions.
Detroit 12-5. They were number 3 in the NFC against the spread. Actually, why am I so?
I mean, Eagles are definitely going to be up there.
Sorry,
right?
Detroit was number 2.
Okay,
70%.
Philly.
Philly was not. They're 10. They were at 5,500.
Okay, yeah, because they had decent expectations coming in there. Your Giants probably surprised some people.
14-5.
Oh, that's right.
18.
I forgot. You kept bragging about that, even though they got their clocks clean in the playoffs.
Number 3, San Francisco 49ers 13-7. ATS number 4, Dallas the Cowboys 2 years in a row. Sean, our system is struggling over the last couple of years, but we ask that you zoom out and look over a 10-year range when it's very.
We'll
profitable.
stand by our record of picking against Dallas every
number 5. The Carolina Panthers. Well,
they of course bottomed out and then had a nice little run there late. ATS.
Tied with my Falcons. So
your Falcons.
Something's got to give.
Oh, listen to that! No, listen to those trumpets blare. Gonna be going to a game in the fall. Whew, yeah, we gotta rock those Shady Rays. Put on the Shady Rays in studio. YouTube.com/Sports Gambling Podcast to see the Shady Rays in action. Look at these polarized shades. You can see the entire behind the scenes of our studio. I can't look down at my laptop. May reveal something I'm looking at during the show. Don't want that.
You have to know when to come.
But hey, the Shady Rays, they're just amazing sunglasses. Lost and broken replacement policy. You can't beat it. You literally can't, because break the shades. It's like the mafia. No questions asked. Hey, we'll just drop off some new shades. Don't even have to think about it. And you get the 50% off. You order 2+ pairs of these polarized shades. Just go to shadyrays.com, promo code SGPN. And if that wasn't enough, you get the shades. You get them 50% off. And then, last but not least, you got a chance to win $500. SportsGamblingPodcast.com/shady for Shady Mays.
Wow. I mean, good thing you don't have to tell them, because you could have broken your glasses there, throwing them on the table. All right, let's NFC East. Back to being the NFC Beast, perhaps, Sean. 3 playoff teams from last year. Say it ain't so. recite the stat since 2003, 2004, I believe. No team has repeated as division champ. Eagles, of course, the reigning champs, plus 110. Cowgirls plus 165. I'm just kidding. I know they use the boys' bathroom. 6-1 for the Giants. Commanders, aka football team, aka Redskins, aka Sean, a name to be known in the future. Did you see that?
No, are they considering
100%?
Yeah, because why? I mean,
100%. They're going to change.
Everyone hates the Commanders. Yeah. Who are the Commanders? That'll be great if they end up changing it because it would.
Sean, if you bought
it would make Colby's bit legendary.
If you bought a team,
yeah,
and they had just changed their name, like clear mistake.
Yeah.
Clear troll job by the old owner who was mad at everything. Would you not immediately? That would be the first thing you do.
I think football team is still the winner.
I think if they did a poll, football team would win.
Yeah, and I get it. Like the Red Wolves, the Red Hawks, something like that. You could. I think the fans would get into that, but then it's Hogs. Like another name.
Yeah, I like the football team.
I hope they don't because I like making fun of them, calling them the Commanders.
I don't disagree.
And they're gonna make poor Joe Theismann sell everyone on a new name.
I don't.
Good buddy Joe.
I mean, it's nice to have him come by and do that. So
yeah. No, we're always down to talk to Joe.
Hopefully he's friendly with new ownership. I know he was friendly with old ownership.
Yeah, Josh Harris better bring in our buddy Joe.
Yeah, you got to have
taken care of.
Any good owner has that panel of old players that they just treat really nice. That's Joe. All right, so obviously Sean will be taking the Eagles. I'm going to tell you how this Giants 6-1 is massive value.
If I had to, if there was a gun against my head.
Oh, you're gonna tell me how the Commanders are a good price?
No, because they don't have a quarterback, and that's obviously the Giants' biggest hurdle is finding a high level quarterback. I think at 6-1, you could talk me into it, I guess, if I had to take another NFC East team.
Seems steep considering they made the playoffs.
That's true. It does seem like
I know there's probably some regression coming from the nerds out there.
100%.
Like nerds like Sean who look at fucking spreadsheets and don't care about football.
If you had to pick a team to regress in the NFC,
the Vikings by a mile. The Vikings by a mile. They won like 10 one-score games. Come on.
Well,
including one against the Giants.
I think all their regression happened in the that one playoff game.
Yeah. It was just like a trip to Vegas. Like it all happened all at once.
But yeah, the Eagles. I mean, you could argue their roster is better going into the season than it was last year. I think Nick Sirianni is a really good coach. I mean, again, he didn't go 1-5-1 in the division, so you can understand how he got passed up for Coach of the Year. And I still think the Eagles have a move left. By my accounts, it's like $12 to $15 million in cap space.
Oh, look at you doing cap stuff now.
No, it was very obvious Howie Roseman was clearing cap space, possibly for a Buda Baker trade or something similar. I don't think they trade Buda Baker. They're supposedly pretty high on that.
Guy safety. Can't even outrun DK Metcalf.
On that safety they drafted, Sidney Brown out of Illinois. There, a pretty exciting draft pick. So I don't know if they go safety, but they still have a move left. I still think here's a prediction. Look out for a Jerry Jeudy trade. I think is not off the table for the Eagles. They have cap space, and I think you look at Denver. They've been trying to get rid of him for a while.
Yeah, not interested.
As your third receiver,
guy's got hands like feet.
Yeah.
And by the way, true. Sidney Brown.
I guess that was Quez Watkins.
Sidney Brown, coached by the great Brett Bielema of the Joe Judge coaching tree.
Oh,
show.
wow!
So I don't know if that's a positive.
What a
situation there. All right, let's move on to one quick note on the Commanders. New ownership. What other team does Josh Harris famously own in the NBA?
Sixers.
Okay. And what did the Sixers do for a long time? The process, right? They were processing for a long time. And what is Josh?
I don't think they did under Josh Harris.
Oh no, there's no processing at all.
I'll have to double check when he took over.
Okay, because it does seem like maybe an all-world quarterback prospect is coming out next year. And while Ron Rivera might
I'm corrected. The process was a part of when he was owner.
And he certainly would understand the value of a quarterback of all positions.
Yeah, I just don't think I don't think you can tank in the NFL. I still thought they should have made a real push at Lamar, but
starting Sam Howell all season.
I guess they start Sam Howell, and if they do end up sucking, okay.
Why
fine.
do you think Bienemy takes the job? Oh shit, you got Caleb Williams coming to town in a year. You've already locked it up. Yeah,
but if Commanders go to like 3-14, Bienemy might not have a job, Ryan.
Well, unless it was already part of the deal.
I don't know.
All right, yeah, 10-1 of the bottom. So in the AFC, Patriots, Steelers.
What would you rather
Texans,
have?
Raiders.
What would you rather have, Ryan? Raiders at 12-1 or Commanders at 10-1?
Oh, just it's not even close. I think I believe more in the Commanders.
Okay.
You?
I would go Raiders. You get that extra 20%, and you could see a world where maybe
we don't know what Jalen Hurts is with money in his pocket.
I mean, of all the
Why
people,
is that funny?
Of all the
He's
people
never
that
had
not
money.
have money change him, I think it's Jalen Hurts.
That's what he's saying to the outside world. But all right, NFC North: Lions +140, Packers +330, Vikings +350, Bears +350. All right, so I understand the Vikings, or we should expect regression. The Bears probably in a positive sense, Vikings in a negative sense. Packers, who knows? Maybe karmically it's a positive bump. But I need to figure out how we fade the Lions.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Just
no.
again, if you haven't seen it, if you're not like a nerd who watches all like 80 hours of the draft, just go to YouTube and Google or search Jahmyr Gibbs Detroit Lions War Room and watch the way they celebrate. Just watch the way they celebrate, and then help us figure out how we fade this. Because honestly, the Packers price, Sean, we were taking a look at this a couple weeks ago. Much different. Packers were much lower, and I was saying what to you? Hey, wouldn't be the craziest thing. LaFleur always wanted to have a run first team. Now he's got the love. Although the paying him was a weird move, I think I don't quite understand that, but they turn into more of a power run attack. Maybe the defense takes a step up. But at these prices, Sean, I hate to do it. I hate to say it. How do you not at least look towards the Bears as the team that could poke their head up?
I think I'm with you. I'm debating between Vikings and
It's
Bears.
Quarterback though. It's got to be the Vikings. I don't care.
Right now, I'm gonna go with the Vikings at +350. They won a bunch of games last year. The fact that they're +350, they were 13-4. Even if they regress to like a 10-7, which was probably what they should have been, they're still really tough out at home. I think Addison was a nice pickup. You have Kirk Cousins kind of in a career year. Hey, let's do it. I just don't like the Bears. I think will definitely be better, but I don't know.
They had a negative 3-point differential last year. They were 13-4.
Yeah,
The Vikings.
no, I they should regress. I just don't know if it's going to be that crazy. And at +350, they're pretty interesting. Packers, I'm completely out on. I'm not a Jordan Love guy. And the Bears,
This is horrible, dude.
the Bears to me are ultimate boom bust. Like I think either Justin Fields is going to be like an MVP candidate, or they're going to be 4-13.
The issue is their defense is still going to suck, probably, regardless. Like, do you think their defense is going to be great, or even good, or even average? I guess it has a chance to change. Honestly, like the Bears are the kind of play where I feel like maybe we're talking like we'll get to it in a second, but maybe more like 550, 650. None of these. It seems like the Vikings, to your point, is probably priced correctly. The other teams are too short, and there's no fucking way I'm taking the Lions as a +140 favorite. So I guess also give me the. I don't really want to be on the Vikings, but it seems like they're going to have a good offense at least.
Yeah, no.
Got it.
Yeah, the
Gross
Vikings.
division. I'm not.
I think you go Vikings.
I'll tell you a secret. I'm not in on this division yet. I have no investment in this division yet. All right, South Saints +125. Don't get that at all. clear favorite. Falcons down to plus 260. Sean, of course, I invested in them at I think plus 350 or plus 325. Not meant to be bragging about CLV, just factual information being shared amongst friends. Panthers plus 350, Bucks plus 550. All right, so the obvious, again, rookie Panthers. I'm sorry, I'm not going to drink from the Frank Reich fucking statue. Not interested in that one at all. Panthers are off my list. Obviously, I still like the Falcons. I think the story about Skoronski and Arthur Smith is fucking hilarious. Arthur Smith just kept telling Skoronski that his answers bored him. Probably didn't like the fact that he was a fucking nerd from Northwestern. All time reason why Chicago didn't keep a Skoronski at home. Yeah, so obviously I'm in on the Falcons, Sean. You know they're my team away from the Giants, but
again, I think this is a complete toss up division.
Why are the Saints so favored?
Because Derek Carr, and you could. I'm just telling you, Derek Carr has won some games in this league, which is more than you could say for everyone else. Literally, I'm gonna take a shot on the. I'm gonna take a shot on the Bucks here.
Oh, Baker.
At plus 550, they have a decent defense. They have a defensive minded team. I think they could win some close games. They still have Godwin and Evans at the time of tape. I think Baker, maybe with a chip on his shoulder, saw a little flash there at the end of the Rams season.
They could have a defense too.
Yeah,
I know there's some trade. What I worry about is that
I don't think they're like to me. This Bucks team is closer to the Falcons than these odds suggest. And Panthers, I don't want any part of. New head coach, rookie quarterback.
Have you heard anyone?
And then Saints, the hype is just doesn't make sense.
Have you heard anyone make the argument that Brady wasn't that good anymore, and Baker and/or Kyle Trask could be an upgrade?
Have I heard?
Have you? Because that's an interesting reason to take the Bucks.
Yeah, like it could Baker play as. Brady was pretty bad at the end.
Bruce
of last
Arians
season.
was so excited about Baker.
I'm telling you, Baker with a chip on his shoulder, plus 550. You could talk me into it.
I want to know what Bruce Arians is doing around the team. That's what I want to know. Now that Tom Brady's gone, I mean, it was clear that Tom Brady didn't like Bruce Arians. So maybe the team will have some. I almost kind of like the Ravens, Steelers. I could see you taking the Falcons and Bucks here. But I'll just stick with
I'm just taking the Bucks. Yeah. I'm just taking the Bucks at plus 550. Like the Saints, there's no reason the Saints should be that big a favorite. It's crazy.
Also Baker and Kyle Trask could be horrible dog shit, and this division could be really, really bad. And it could be the Falcons and Saints running away from it.
Ryan, before we talk NFC West, give out our best bets. Of course, our best bet when it comes to best ball is Underdog Fantasy, underdogfantasy.com, promo code SGPN, 100% deposit bonus up to $100. Best Ball Mania 4 is coming. $15 million in prizes up for grabs. Are you kidding me? Oh my God. Underdogfantasy.com, promo code SGPN helps get you paid there. Get the 100% deposit bonus up to $100. If you deposit $100, then you get the free $100. That's essentially 4 free entries, 4 free chances to come home with a share of almost $15 million in prizes. Again, underdogfantasy.com, promo code SGPN.
Just rounding up and saying $1 billion in prizes, almost. All right, NFC West.
700 billion and $1,300,300,000,000.
He went middle, big, small.
It's all over the place.
49ers, the biggest of all the favorites to win their division. The San Francisco 49ers.
You look at the Niners to win the conference and win the Super Bowl. Some places have them better odds than the Eagles.
Minus 175 to win their division. Seahawks plus 260. Rams plus 650. Cardinals plus 2,400, the longest shot of all of them. We were getting we were getting mocked when we said Kyler wasn't going to play this year. Seems like
the
they're going to
suggest that.
Seems like the Cardinals are going to intentionally not play him so they can draft their next quarterback and have the top 2 picks in the draft next year. Great move by the Cardinals. Look, I think you got to fade the 49ers with this price when Sam Darnold's going to be their quarterback. Like Brock Purdy has said it. He's probably not playing this season. Trey Lance has been, he's like sitting on what do they call those things you put up in the cornfields? Scarecrow. He's basically like a scarecrow at this point. They got him out front hanging
I mean,
up.
that's crazy.
No one will take him.
Who's that third quarterback they signed?
Brandon Allen, like a dude that played for the Broncos for great. So I think
that to me shows you Brock Purdy's not playing this year.
100%.
They're all in on Sam Darnold, which is crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
Sam Darnold's really
Sean,
bad.
Now we got to go back and pull the clip because we were discussing this very early on when Sam Darnold got signed. You made fun of me. You made fun of me when I said Sam Darnold's going to be their fucking starting quarterback.
Oh, I don't know if I made fun of you. I made fun of the idea of the 49ers doing it and still being massive favorites.
Oh.
Who would you rather have, Sam Darnold to win your division or Patrick Mahomes to win your division? It's crazy.
Well, I mean, in specifically, again, already down on the Seahawks at a better price. Not meant to brag. Just the price is going the direction that it should. I think people should realize this is probably a two horse race. I think maybe you're getting cute if you go outside of the Seahawks. I mean, you're looking at me like you like the Rams, so I'm guessing.
Oh, I mean, the Rams at plus 650 is a juicy price because it's the Expendables. They're all in for one last year. You have a healthy Matt Stafford. You have a healthy Cooper Kupp. You have a healthy Aaron Donald. At this price, I think is great.
Healthy Van Jefferson.
Healthy Van Jefferson. Healthy Ben Skronik. Ben Skronik finally getting a chance to shine in this offense now that Allen Robinson's out of the way.
Do you want to play chess?
Sure.
Stetson Bennett, 100 to 1 to win the Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
It's not Matt Stafford. That's a much better price than 650 to win the division. Because if Stetson Bennett wins the fucking division, they're winning. He's winning Rookie of the Year.
I just think this Rams team, again, I think it's a good price. Seahawks, I think Geno Smith. Everyone forgets Geno Smith kind of fell off there towards the end of the season.
He finally wrote back.
Yeah, and I think it's one thing to come in and surprise people, sneak into the playoffs. It's another to come in with expectations with the Seahawks. And I don't know Geno Smith with expectations. I think he kind of like, hey, see, I'm not bad. He already had that moment. I think to maintain that for Geno Smith for the entire season, I don't know if he has that consistency. And this Rams team is playing with house money. They have nothing to lose. They already won their Super Bowl. Again, there's a number of ways it can go wrong, injuries, health, whatever. But I also think there's the formula for it going right, I think, is pretty decent.
All right. So just doing a little bit of implied probability. So you have the Seahawks who I guess that would be what, about 27% or so. You have the Rams, which would come out to like maybe 12 and at 13%, something like that.
Yeah, I think it's, to me, the Rams. I think
1 out of 10 of your simulations turn out to Rams winning the division. Is that what you're telling the world right now?
I'm saying more.
Oh,
I'm saying like I think they have a 20% chance of winning the division.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I think
what you're saying is you think they should be 4 to 1.
Yeah, I think 4 to 1 is the correct price.
Wow.
Well, what are you doing, Ryan? Neither of us are taking the Cardinals. You like the Seahawks?
Oh, 100.
You're not worried about
motherfucking
Geno.
Pete Carroll's taking more running backs in the second round.
Yeah.
Am I worried about Geno Smith? Yeah, absolutely. But I think the versions of this season where other teams win, I think this is going to be one of the, like, one team makes the playoffs.
Give me the Rams and plus 400 on versus Geno Smith.
Oh, so you that might be a fun bet for you then. Rams outperform the Seahawks.
Yeah.
I wonder what that price would be. I mean, much like I've said about the Bucks and Falcons and Steelers
I just don't
and
think
Ravens,
the Seahawks team is that much better than the Rams. I would agree they should be favored above them.
You can play both. I think just like the Falcons, Bucks, just like the Ravens, Steelers, I think you can pair these two and sprinkle the Rams if you're really worried about it. I'm less concerned. I'm shocked that you're back on Stafford. Like, I understand the one last mission, Dolph Lundgren showing up to play tight end.
Again, I don't love them, but at 650, I think that's a good price.
Honestly, like we should blindly be betting the Cardinals just because it's an NFL division at 20. Have you ever seen 24 to 1 preseason?
Well, what were Texans were 20 to 1 last year, right? Or 30 to 1? No, they were higher than that.
Oh, were they?
Well, because the Steelers were what? 10 to 1.
10 to 1.
Yeah, and then 10-1 parlayed with 20-1 is not 3,000 to 1 or whatever.
That's true. Your story probably checks
Yeah.
out.
Ryan, get in your spreadsheets. Come on. But Rams plus 650. I like a lot of the dogs here. So as far as a lock and a dog, obviously the Eagles are the lock. Team is just fired. The fact that you're getting
locking
plus odds,
the Eagles at this point in the season.
plus odds, I think is crazy. And I'll take the Rams as my dog. I don't feel as good about the Bucks, but the Rams are getting overlooked, I think. I understand why it can go wrong, but a lot of that was injury. Right now, all the guys are healthy. I don't think there's a ton of versions where they at least like 25% chance they win the division.
Yeah, I mean, I want to fade the Niners. I think there's a chance I end up betting on both of these teams because I think the Cardinals are completely off the board.
Yeah, they're
and so you're doing the thing where there's only a handful of horses in the race, and you're just boxing the three that seem to have the best chance. My issue with the Rams is if it's not Stafford, again, it's fun to talk about, but it's like John Wall, like Stafford he got his Super Bowl, dude. Anyway, all right. So yeah, my lock. I honestly I think I'm gonna just stand on the Falcons win this division. That feels like my best bet, and obviously
your love of the Falcons is just so good.
I've gotten down on the Giants, the Seahawks, and the Falcons at these prices basically.
Yeah. So
again, that's 6 out of the 8 divisions I have action on already. So I'm ahead of the schedule, and we'll be. I think parlays. When's the next time we're out in Vegas, Sean? I gotta get a couple of these division parlays in.
Let's get them locked up. It's cash big.
I'm thinking the Birds might be getting parlayed. Falcons and Seahawks.
Oh, I think you say Falcons Eagles.
Oh no.
Well, you said the Birds. I mean that's what you
Falcons
call the
and Seahawks.
Ah, those aren't real birds, right?
Seahawk versus an Eagle.
Hey, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Big week of shows, talking some more hoops, best ball drafts, got it all coming. And as always, toss us a nice rating review over on Apple Podcasts. Always looking for ways to hook you guys up with some SGPN gift cards.
Thank you for participating in the Sports Gambling Podcast.
For the Sports Gambling Podcast, I'm Sean, second the money green, and he is Ryan.
Bold prediction: Bijan Robinson brings back the Dirty Bird.
Kramer, let it ride.